Hello, my name is Jeff Raffauf, and I'm one of the pastors at West Lawn United Methodist Church. And I want to thank you for joining me in this time of daily connection video. Some of you have gotten to know Pastor Chris a lot better through these videos, and you may have noticed that he was a Yankees fan and a Pittsburgh Penguins fan. Well, I don't have anything to say about that, but I thought maybe today's location might give you an idea of a little how I feel about certain sports. Anyway, we've been, at Chris's suggestion, a good suggestion, we've been looking at the book of Proverbs, the wisdom writings from God to us. And in Proverbs chapter 3, verses 9 and 10, it reads, "Honor the Lord with your substance and with your first fruits of all your produce. Then your barns will be filled with plenty, and your vats will be bursting with wine." What a wonderful verse for us today, and it would be a great verse to use for a stewardship sermon, perhaps, but I want us to think even broader than that. Certainly, stewardship is important to us, how we are stewards of the earth, how we are stewards of everything God has given us, but God watches over us in so many ways. If I may share with you a prayer request, I'll omit the name, but it came in this past Sunday, and it touched my heart. It reminds us of how God provides for us in our every need. This person, a frontline worker in the healthcare field, writes, "My hospital has been hit hardest in the state from a capacity standpoint with the COVID crisis. And every time we have almost run out of supplies this past 2 weeks, God has provided." Did you hear that? God has provided. As we hooked up our last ventilator, more came in from HAP. Not sure what that is. As our test results backed up, the prayer warriors led a group, and miraculously within hours, dozens and dozens poured in, and 3 more testing options came in out of nowhere. Most recently, we had a severe nursing shortage, and God sent military healthcare workers. God sent military healthcare workers to support us. Our mortality rates have decreased. Our teams have renewed energy to fight this pandemic. Praise be to God. Please join me in thanking Him. Friends, I do believe with all my heart that God provides for us. Someone in our church shared a testimony years ago about how it was in a time of unemployment that his family began tithing. They did so as a huge step of faith. Certainly, people around them would have said, "That's crazy," but they honored the Lord with all that they had. And I would invite you to think about how you can honor the Lord, even with stuff, even with the things you have. Have you been hoarding toilet paper? Maybe you can share it with someone in your neighborhood who needs it. Have you been blessed with an abundance of something? Maybe you can share with someone else. How can we honor God with our actions, with our stuff, and with our prayers and finances? We're told to honor the Lord with your substance and your first fruits of all your produce, and then your barns will be filled with plenty. So first says, honor the Lord. The second is with first fruits. Friends, we don't want to give to God from our leftovers, and God deserves more than our leftovers. And so we give first fruits. Cheryl and I make a habit of giving first to God each time we get paid. Our tithe comes off the top, and then we always have enough to take care of all of our other needs. But honor the Lord, do it with our first fruits, and if we do so, the Proverbs say that our vats will be bursting with wine, and our barns will be filled with plenty. Friends, God promises us abundant life here and now, and life everlasting in the world to come, if we honor Him, if we put our trust in God, if we faithfully follow Jesus. These are wise words for you and me in the middle of this pandemic and every day. Friends, thanks for tuning in today. I hope you stay tuned for the music to come. And until then, may God be with you till we meet again.
May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be ever at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, and the rain fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you, may God hold you, ever in the palm of His hand. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind be ever at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face, and the wind fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you, may God hold you, ever in the palm of His hand, ever in the palm of His hand.